We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kick. This will be a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second down, another shot for Jones. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now Rodgers. This one complete to Lacey. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Beal. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 18-yard line. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. First down, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
It's not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rodgers going to throw. That's Isabella open on the right side. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Dillon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On second down, another run for Dillon. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll run it with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On third down, it's Pollard. Pollard now a first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On play action, Prescott. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott off play action. And it's complete to Adams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. A big play there just before halftime. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Andy Isabella as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, Prescott. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his right. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Circle that drive, because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes, because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, 83 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. McCann's got it teed up. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Check 13. Check.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Elliott. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Guyton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for second down.
You got nothing. Like 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Go. Get out there. Mike 22.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Play action now. Prescott. He'll Lamb. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce and he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On play action, now Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Now a first down carry by Jones, and he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Jalen Guyton,
his third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now Prescott.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Prescott.
Flushed out right. And he wisely would throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room. 31's the mic. Check me out. Bring it.
To throw, Prescott.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Under 10.
Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game.
And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred.
Looking deep for Adams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Back to throw. Rodgers.
And, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Dallas, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a rare loss for them as they fall to 13-2. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.